Alright, welcome back for part 7, Act 7, and I'm really excited because now we got that Immortal Flesh, and we're going to be just rolling through content in terms of difficulty. Yeah, we could get some extra resistances too, so maybe we see a better ring, as we definitely need to replace our ring. Let's do that. Ideally, we look for any two stone rings. So as soon as we walk out, and we're gonna kind of go up into the left, I think, is kind of how the area looks. Crossroads. At some point, the area will be locked off, but we can get the waypoint for here. Whereas this act has an area that's kind of blocked off, and you got to basically go all the way around. Okay, so we're in the Fellshire Ruins. There's so many different ways that you can handle this. It's kind of whatever you see first, but we're going to go towards the Fellshire Ruins. And you can follow the path, I think, for this one. Yeah, there's a path over here. And then after, we'll finally be able to swap our bow. We don't have to swap the bow, but it's just something that we can get a massive amount of extra bonus damage. But I want to get the extra chain first because I highly value having the ability to chain. Early game, it just makes the clear speed just amazing. It really needed one chain. Alright, so we got a nice level up. So now we are in the Crypt. And we're going to use this to actually ascend. So there's a trial of ascendancy in this area. And yeah, we are going to go to the Crypt. As far as the Crucible League mechanic, we can maybe mess around with at least one or two this time. We'll have to get an item that we can actually throw in the Crucible though, that would actually be worth it. So, Trial of Ascendancy, the Crypt. There are 2 trials that we need to do in this act. And look at that life regen. Oh, it's so nice to have. It is so helpful. Because it lets you make way more mistakes in certain areas. Oh, we need to summon our Ice Golem buddy. Trial of Ascendancy and this crafting recipe. So let's grab that. We are good. Let's see, this is 51, we're 54. If I really wanted to go ahead and get some extra levels, maybe. There's a set of stairs here, and there's I would say elite at the very end here. I'm gonna just go finish it up. Just we're so fast. These playthroughs are just going incredibly well. Over here, there's the Container of Sins, and we get the Maligro's map. I think there's another elite, but we do need to get this item though. It's important we go to the Crypt and we get that item. We're done with this area. Now, we don't have the waypoint towards the crossroads, so we're gonna go from the Crypt and go back to the Fellshire Ruins because we didn't get the waypoint. That's why sometimes it's good to get the waypoint, but I'm gonna teach you guys another strategy right now. So, since I don't want to walk back and not kill anything, I'm going to hold control on my keyboard and I'm going to left click on Fellshire Ruins. I'm going to have a new instance opened up. So this is basically a brand new area. We don't have the map uncovered yet, and that's what this does. So I'm going to grab the Primeval Force, and then we can kind of take it from there in terms of what we're going to do. So we can kill brand new monsters on the way back. And the map, you'll see that we have to rediscover it because it's basically brand new. It's a whole new area. Okay. Got kind of unlucky there. Is it really right there? Because it's usually just straight up, and I was like, okay, well maybe it's a little bit to the left. Alterations. This is used to re-roll the blue items in the game, and we'll talk more about these later because honestly it's not super useful to roll lower level items unless you really need to get something for a very specific build. But let's see if this removes bleed. Okay. What's this? Increased amount or reduced recovery rate. We don't really want that out almost like ever. People usually want like instant recovery rate. I guess it was to the left. Got unlucky on that one. Walked all the way to the right. But it's okay because our move speed is so fast. Okay, so now we're going back to the crossroads. And hopefully we can get the waypoint here. As it's kind of like a central hub. There it is. And we cannot go to the bottom left. It'll be like blocked off. We gotta go up to the Chamber of Sins. Here we go, Chamber of Sins, level 1. If you want to click on those little like piles of sand, feel free to do so. So we see there's a map device. Now we can put this map inside. We can talk to this guy over here. But what I want to do first, yeah, we'll go ahead and get this map that we got in from the crypt. We're going to put it in here, and then we can hit activate. Now it's going to open up these portals. And so you have 6 tries to actually find Yugioh and eliminate them. So basically this is kind of an introduction to the endgame. And what it is, basically, this is kind of how endgame works. You throw in a map, it's going to have a lot more modifiers, and you're going to be able to customize your maps. But pretty much, this is kind of a introduction to it. You kill a bunch of monsters, and you try to walk towards the boss. If you played like Diablo, it's kind of like a Greater Rift. However, the monster doesn't require you to kill a bunch of things to have it spawn in. The monster's already here. We could just rush straight to the boss. But the monsters will also be dropping like good loot as well. Grab that. Oh, we need to grab it. There we go. Grab this transmutes. And we're looking for this thing called the arena usually, but this is Yugioh's workshop. And here's Yugioh the artist. Maybe we can get some mana reservation efficiency, and then we can actually do some other stuff. Oh, and unfortunately we ripped. So let's go right back up. And it's just like a PoE map. If you happen to die, you gotta walk back. I didn't actually expect us to die. Sometimes with evasion builds, you get really unlucky. Like, legitimately on the last like walkthrough playthrough, we died 0 times up until the very, very end. And that's kind of how evasion works. It's like you take no damage, but sometimes you can take a lot of damage. We can actually invest into some spell suppression pretty soon. That's something that will not be a bad thing to get. And then we're going to get the Black Venom, and now we're going to go back to this area over here, and we're going to talk to Silk, and he's going to give us the keys, and now we are going to go to the Chamber of Sins. Level 2. Because without the key, we cannot get to level 2. There's like a little wall, and it doesn't go away. Now in Chamber of Sins level 2, there is a Trial of Ascendancy. This is the important part with this area. Perhaps it's because we had too low of resistances, but there we go. Trial of Ascendancy, nice. So some cranks, you'll see that they have a timer on them. You got to be kind of fast. I don't know if it really matters for this one though. I think they just exist to slow down the little saw blades, but because we have all this regen, it makes things just so free. But we need to get another ring, and then we'll become actually like ultra tanky. But there's also 2 more points that I want to put into before we get a lot more tanky. So what we're going to kind of focus in on next is spell suppression. So we got the Chamber of Sins level 2, and then the next one is the Master of Million Faces. We're actually going to see a familiar face back from Act 2. He actually turns evil. We're not really doing this necessarily as a campaign to like go for the story over here. So now there's a secret over here and we can go to the den. Normally like this area is locked off. You'll see in the mini-map there's a little cutoff point. And we've already found the way around. I know that it's blocked off. So we do it this way because it's much faster. But you can walk there and then it'll tell you, hey, it's blocked off. You got to go a different way. But we are one step ahead. Woo, level up. And then the next level up is going to be massive because it's going to give us so much more damage. Okay, let's do one of these right here. I wish we could do this, but... Oh, I needed to just pick up any item. I forgot. I'll pick up any, like, weapon item here if we can find one. A wand, okay. The reason why I just want to throw this on... Apparently two-handers are supposed to be way better to do this on. And the reason why is because they have better modifiers. Or more. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill it up about halfway. And to start the engage. And you guys are actually hitting pretty hard. But again, our regen is going to be awesome here. So. Okay, so now it's halfway upgraded. And we'll see if on the next one, if it's going to be worth it. Let's see if there's any other items that we can pick up. Nothing. And we are going to find... Alright, so there's the fields, but in here there should be another area. Let's see if we can find it. It's not that one. Could it be down here? There's what is it called? The queen of something. But maybe it's in the next room. Okay, we'll go path out over here. I was pretty sure it was in the oh, it's in the dreaded thicket. It's actually in like the next area. I have like a page where I have some of my notes. Okay. So I don't forget. I have like 1,000 tabs open up when I play PoE. All right, so now let's get the waypoint. And we now go down over here. Upgrade all these. All right, let's upgrade that wand. Oh wait, no. I want to do this one. And let's go all the way this time. Go all the way. Okay, cool. Okay, it's upgraded. Let's see our results. See if it was worth it. Because what we're trying to do now is see if we can get the item to have a roll where it says these are all just, it's actually minion modifiers, which is like good, I guess, for me if I was playing minions, but I don't think it's going to be really worth anything. What I wanted to do was to get the item to say item sells to vendor for a 1 chaos orb. That's what I was actually hoping for. I don't know how common some of those things are going to be. Oh, we have another skill point. So now we're fighting Groose. This is the guy that, he was kind of mean to us in Act 2 when we got there. He doesn't like exiles. He actually spits at us when we talk to him. But he becomes evil. But yeah, that Immortal Flesh is making things super easy. We just need to get our resistances up a little bit more. And then we're basically just immune. Let's see if this is really good. It adds some damage. Let's see how much damage this... Oh, more damage? And we have more life, right? We do lose out on resistances. Oh, I think we got to keep it because the resistances are going to be worth it. But we do get a little bit more life, a little bit more damage, but yeah, it's not going to be worth it overall. Resistances are, in my personal opinion, a little bit more important. Alright, let's get that waypoint. So now we've done this. We've got another thing to do. So we have a boss. If we go to the left, there's going to be a boss to get another skill point. And then up and to the right is the main objective. But we're going to get the skill point first. But yeah, we don't have another weapon, do we? A scepter? Do I want to try this again? I don't know if the league mechanic is actually going to be worth it. I think it's better just to rush towards the end game. Versus trying to like penny pinch and try to get like a 1 chaos orb. Just get to the end game, because in the end game, it's so much faster. So now we're in the dreaded thicket. There are 2 things that we're going to be doing here. We're going to be collecting Fireflies for a quest. And we're going to be fighting a boss. So click on these Fireflies. You have to click on them twice. Once for them to drop on the ground, and then once to actually pick it up.
Good.
I believe there's like 7 you need to grab.
Good.
So all the exclamation marks go towards them.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Good.
Another one right there. Okay, 2 right there. Perfect, perfect.
Good.
Oh, that's that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7.
Good.
The Fireflies on the other side of the wall.
Good.
So now we're gonna deliver them to Yina, but that'll be in the next area. So we're gonna go to the Den of Despair, and this is where we fight the Mother of Despair. There we go, and we can talk to Aramir, he'll give us a reward. I need to go back to town because I need to use the waypoint anyway, so it's a double win. He's going to give us a passive point. And we got another point for killing Groost.
Yes, there's an
There's a bunch of... I'm not going to take that item, it's unnecessary.
Remember to live. Thank I another time.
Okay, so we can see if these boots are any good. They're probably not. There's no way it's going to beat my boots because our boots just have movement speed. Like 40% movement speed is just insane. But now we got triple skill points. Now we're going to go into Primeval Force. So another node that I think is kind of interesting. It gives you a 3% chance for hits to deal 300% of your physical damage as an extra damage of a random element. That one could actually be quite insane because it's like 9% more damage, essentially. If you are like a physical based build and you can still benefit off of elemental. It could be very interesting for like a Doom Fletcher's Prison build, but that's for something that I was actually thinking about building. But now I want to get more like life. So over here there's a search bar. I type in the word life. You can see that there are a bunch of other nodes. The other thing that I want to path towards is actually getting all this extra evasion rating. And there's another node that I think is very good called Wind Dancer. It makes it so you take 20% less attack damage if you haven't been hit by an attack recently. So in the past 4 seconds, what happens is if there's a boss that hits you, 20% less damage taken. Now I also take 15% more because of these boots, but eventually we're not going to run these boots forever. They're just so we can get through the campaign mostly as quickly as possible. But there is also this evasion mastery, which I think is actually quite nice because there's a bunch of heals here, and there's also these reservation efficiency. So basically grants us extra mana so we can use more auras. So that's probably what I'm going to prioritize getting next, but this is like for survivability mostly. And then if we can get I don't know if there's grace reservation efficiency anymore. I think they might have actually just removed that. There's Graceful Assault. They used to have reservation efficiency for Grace, but they removed a lot of reservation efficiency, which just lets you stack more auras, which was good, but now I have some options. I can get this extra strength, which actually gives me extra strength, so I can actually run my elemental damage with attacks. Strength will also be a requirement for any of the red gems for the most part. So we can grab this. We have currently 2 points at the moment. That could be an okay option. What do I personally want to get though? At this moment, I really just want to get more HP. As in the survivability department, I feel like it's a little bit lacking right now. It could be much better. Or we can go for resistances, but the only other resistance is like there's like a 3% right here, or I guess it's 4%. There's not too much to all res that we can get other than like right here. There's like 2. We can get it on items, and that's what we'll probably end up doing. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and grab these 2 dexterity nodes, and then more life and chance to suppress spell damage on full life, which would be good. And we're gonna get some more spell suppression as well. This is just more spell suppression, and there's more spell suppression over here as well. But getting these spell suppression ones are going to be more important first, and then we're going to get the suppressed, the very final one, which says chance to suppress spell damage is lucky. What that does is makes it so when you are trying to suppress spell damage, you have it roll twice, and when it rolls twice, it takes the best result. So if I have, like, let's say I have a 50% chance to suppress spell damage, it rolls twice, so I have 50% 2 times. You can't actually think of that as 100% chance though, because that's not how it works. It's just 50% 2 times. And 50% 2 times in actual reality would equal up to actually 75%, if that makes any sense. We got a unique. I don't think this unique is really worth anything though. But that would be kind of nice to have, and we need to progress. That's weird. I swear that thing moved. It looked like it was in one area, right? All the reservation stuff was removed. The only ones that left are generic reservation on the Mana Master. Oh, thanks for letting me know, Shiki. Yeah, there was another set that was removed too. I don't know why they're so anti-reservation efficiency. Like more auras equals more people maybe buying the MTX to have the different aura effects, right? That would make more sense, but... Alright, so now we're in the causeway. We're actually going to look for a lockbox right here. It's pretty easy, though. You can't miss it. It's almost always in the next zone on the causeway. Like, right before you get to the next zone, it's, like, almost always in the exact same spot. You can dash across these, by the way. Nice little extra bonus tip. Good morning. Oh, did you just wake up? Oh, I guess, yeah, for some people it's like 7 a.m. now. We haven't slept yet. We still grinding. I'm still enjoying it. Also, I got your Alk ready to go. Give me the Vol Lightning. But how's your build going, Tricky? Are you also playing like bow build? Like this league, I think is really great for bows because, well, there's a lot of bow things. You get literally 2 additional arrows. You have 2, and essentially an ultimate. Like I think of Vol skills as really cool ultimates. Because in Diablo 4, like an ultimate, you have dedicated skill and it's got a really long cooldown. So this is a lockbox. You get this. Make sure you don't skip out on it. Then now we're gonna go to the Vol City and we're gonna go see Yina. You're going Tornado Shot? Ah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, Tornado Shot is usually just the fan favorite, but I feel like since there is 2 new abilities that are ultimates, I want to incorporate both of them into my build because, you know, I like playing with new skills, test them out, see how far we can push them, and last league I've kind of ran it anyways. So right now you can see there's rings as rewards. Ideally, if it's currency, that's the only one that you really like are super going to be excited about. I'm just going to end the Delirium because I want to advance the campaign. Got a jewel off of it. I don't even want to pick it up. Alright, so now we're going to go to Temple of Decay level 1. Now remember, you have to have those 7 Fireflies that you get from the Dreaded Thicket to actually progress on this one. So what's our current accuracy rank? 4,000. Okay, that's pretty much like endgame. I'm not gonna lie. I usually don't go super hard on the amount of life, and the reason why is I prefer other defenses. Usually with bow builds, 4.5k is considered like a huge amount. Got Rog. So I'm hoping we get Tujin again, because that Tujin's got 5 Chaos Orbs just basically waiting for me. If we can get that Tujin, a set of Chaos Orbs, we will be golden. Because I want to get a better ring. Our amulet definitely needs an upgrade. Our quiver is struggling right now for sure. A lot of things could be upgraded, but also hopefully we can get a 5-link. This is 2-gen? Ah, it's ROG. Okay. But you'll see some of these like that will have like immunity to damage. You actually need to pay attention and read those because you can mess up. But I love Lightning Arrow for leveling. I think it's the best skill in the entire game for leveling as far as like playstyle, as well as like if you roll a ranger and go Deadeye, like you have just that tailwind. It's just like you move so fast and it makes the game feel good. If I had Blink Arrow equipped, I think we can actually reach that. But Dash won't go that far unless it was like a alternate gem. There's alternate qualities of gems too. Unfortunately, this area doesn't let us progress, so we can go up. Okay, cool, this one does. Get this armor scraps. Coming to the boss. So, moth. I'm gonna catch it. That route, so let's go up and to the right. But pretty much once you're at the Temple of Decay, just keep on looking for exits. Sometimes you have to go back to go forward. Like you'll notice that there's like no other ways. It's faster sometimes just to go into a different route because there's like so many different like stairs to go up and down. If it looks like you're stuck, just go back one level and you can maybe go up by finding another staircase. Same thing with, I think, like the Ball Temples area, like map layouts. It's like, see, now we're going down. And even though we want to basically kind of go up, it's just kind of a maze. Now you can see I skipped out on that armor scrap. Don't worry about picking up armor scraps and blacksmith whetstones. You'll get tons later. The only thing you don't want to skip out on is like chaos orbs, divine orbs, orbs of alchemy. Those, like, yeah, pretty much you always want to pick those up. So this is Arakali. So they have like a set of lasers that get shot out. Don't stand on them. So there's a bright purple indicator of when it's coming. So that guy, Silk, he was going to try to control the spider, but the spider said nah. So rip Silk. He actually kind of helped us in a sense. But he dead now. Well, with this flask pop, we have okay resistances, right? Oh, we don't have the flask up yet. Okay. That's pretty much all you need to pay attention for with this boss is like the lasers that come out. The rest of the stuff doesn't do that much damage compared to those lasers. Especially since those lasers can overlap. But he'll go anywhere in these 4 corners. Okay. Actually, I don't know if he can go in this corner. I think it's only like these 2 usually, but... Alright. Boss is down. And now... Okay, so... One thing before we finish Act 8, because I'll at least get to Act 8, is remember we got the little locket. We take that to Whalem, and he will give us a skill point. And he'll give us a passive respect. We got 2 skill points, and we're going to get some more HP. More life, because we need as much HP as possible right now. Alright, so let's continue and get to Act 8. And that's a pretty fast one too, right? It's like 30 minutes. Yeah, I'm getting way faster at these. Well, also because our movement speed is just like through the roof. We are just zooming. Okay. Oh, looks like we gotta go to the right. All right.
Can't see why I'd want to do that here.
So that's going to go ahead and be our wrap up of Part 7, Act 7. Next time, we'll be starting Part 8, Act 8. But anyways, drop a like on your way out, and I'll see you guys in the next part.